And I thought, my God, she's been on tour forever. It just went on and on and on. I don't know how you do it, but...
I'm rolling.
Oh, and then we're okay, are we? And no one's going to come blustering in, are they? Does Roger need to be here, or do you need Roger to be here?
No, just need to be quiet.
Yeah.
These are cute shoes. Who are those by?
Calvin Klein.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah, I bought them. They're not really summer things, are they? But I like them. No, I know. It doesn't matter what you wear. We're in air conditioning every day anyway, so...
And so I was working with Kevin. I always have to have on a sweater. He loves it cold.
Oh, really?
And it can be warm outside. And I'm still cold.
Yeah, it started getting really cold in the other room in there. We were looking at the clothes actually thinking, that's nice, that's nice.
Wayne's great.
Oh, isn't he? And he's really friendly, such a nice guy. They're a really nice bunch, because you know sometimes you go on shoots and they're all really pretentious and you're just in the way and you're a nuisance, and they're all so nice. Really friendly bunch. It makes a change.
It makes it easy.
And they're, you know, and you usually find the best people in their professions are the nicest people to deal with as well, because they don't have any hang-ups and insecurities. I don't know what that is actually. It's sort of stuck there.
Oh, God.
I think it is from these, isn't it?
Stretch pants?
Got it, yeah. They're not stretching far enough though at the moment.
Yeah. There you go. Thanks,
So we're all set, yeah? Oh, good, right. Okay, at last we can get started. So, Janet, design of a decade. Why? Without the obvious reason that it is 1986 to 1996. Why Greatest Hits album now?
It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
And they really wanted to do it. And they wanted my participation. So I said, okay.
And what are your... Have the last 10 years gone quickly for you? Or
Yeah, they've gone very quickly. Very quickly. I mean, it seems just yesterday that I did Control. What Have You Done For Me Lately? Nasty.
Yeah.
When I Think of You, all the songs. It does. It really does.
I know, it's frightening. And have you enjoyed it? Or have there been downsides? Or...
Well, I've definitely enjoyed it and learned a lot along the way. There have been ups and downs, but I think there have been more ups than downs.
And do you think... what have you learned along the way, do you think?
I've learned a lot when it comes to touring, all the hard work, the business end. I learned a great deal. It's just from doing one album to the next. Learned more and more about producing each album that I did, that I went into making, getting more involved in always involved in the creative, but more involved in the business and my career.
And it seems from your music that personally you've become more self-assured as well, because there has been a definite change, and your sort of sexiness and...
I apologize.
What happened? Don't... Bye. Shut up. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry. I didn't even hear it. Thank you. Yeah, so, as I was saying, and personally I think that you've become more self-assured, more aware of your sexuality, which is reflected in your music, I think, especially the last album, Janet. Do you think that?
Definitely. Definitely. It's basically just maturing, is what it... I said then, and I'm saying now, because that's what it is, really, more than anything. It's just growing up.
And do you like growing up? Does aging worry you?
No, not at all.
That's good.
Some people freak out about turning 30, and it's just a number. So what?
Everyone does it.
You'll be fine. Exactly. Everyone goes through it, and you live through it. Then everyone starts freaking out about 40.
Yeah, exactly.
But they say that you haven't lived until you hit 40. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm looking forward to that.
Of course they're going to say that because they're 40. So.
No, but we can both look forward to that. 40.
No, aging and all doesn't freak me out.
No, that's really good. That's really refreshing. Especially living in LA, where there is a real pressure, isn't there, to you know, aging is a really... Everyone sort of, about aging here. There's a pressure, isn't there?
Yeah, everyone seems to be pretty freaked out about it, and they go through those middle-age crises and driving the sports cars, and they finally get past that. I don't know. It doesn't bother me at all.
No, good. Now, do you feel fortunate that you have had such a varied life, such a successful career? Or sometimes do you think that it would have been nice to have had a sort of normal, in inverted commas, lifestyle?
I feel very fortunate. It's funny that you say that, only because if you really look at it, or for myself, from my point of view, this would be normal for me.
Exactly.
Because ever since I was 2 years old, I left Indiana, and my brothers were already stars. So for me,
it's
this
normal.
is normal. So, but I know it's not the normal
way that most people carry on. Yeah.
I don't think I want it any other way. I mean, there have been times when I think and say, okay, I would really like to see what it's like to have a 9-to-5 job and work the window at McDonald's or work in a clothing store, just to see what it's like. And everyone's going, no, you do not want that. To live in an apartment, to hang out with your friends, and just go to work, have a good time, no worries, don't worry about anything. But I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. I love my work. And I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Because Runaway, your new single, you in that, you realise how fortunate you are to have been to all these places, and the video is quite remarkable, hopping around all over the world. So you have enjoyed seeing the world, yeah?
I'm sorry?
You've enjoyed seeing the world, seeing different places, meeting different people.
Meeting the different races and learning about the different cultures and seeing all that you can with the little time that you have to sightsee. But it's very interesting, and like I said, I wouldn't want to change it because of what I do. My music allows me to travel the world, and I love it.
And in Runaway, there's a line that you've been to all these places, and then you say, but there's something's missing, you. Who's the you?
Oh. Well, the song is about a girl who's missing her lover. You could take it that way, or the way Jimmy and I also say, it's like paying homage to the fans, really. And just by traveling the world and seeing the different places and the different faces, and it's just a way to thank everyone for all that they've done. Because I'm where I am right now because of them. I really am. And I'm very grateful, very thankful for that.
That's good. And obviously the Designer of the Decade is a celebration of 10 years of your career. Were there any favourite periods or particular high spots that you can remember?
High spots. I think there were high spots with every album that I did, definitely. Whether it was working in the studio with Jimmy and Terry or doing a certain video that I absolutely loved in the end. It was very grueling while I was trying to shoot it. Rhythm Nation is definitely a highlight. The entire project, from beginning to end, for myself. Maybe that was probably one of the biggest highlights for me. Just the message and what it's saying. The effect that it's had on children all over the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Talking about drugs and the importance of education. And it's very close to my heart. I mean, it's my true feelings. And I would say that's probably the biggest highlight.
And Control obviously was very big as well. And you are known very much for, you said at the beginning, that you're involved on every side of your career. And you are firmly in control. You're known for that. Are you bossy at all? Are you very demanding?
Am I very demanding? I think you can get things done with a kind word and a smile. But when that doesn't work, then you become bitchy. Then you get bossy. But I think things can be done with a kind word and a smile. And there are people that'll try you. But then you have to put your foot down. You have to be assertive and let them know what's going on, what's really up. And then they step back.
Especially as you do have such a mild, very sunny demeanour, very gentle demeanour. And yet when you're on stage, you're this completely different animal. Do you change when you're on stage? Do you feel that change coming over you?
To be honest with you, I don't feel the change. I mean, the only thing I can really say is I just feel the music. And I guess that's when the change happens. Everyone always wants me to smile. It's like Peter, working with Peter. He, all the photographers just smile. And I hate to smile. Obviously, unless I find something funny or something makes me laugh. Or something humorous.
But that's because you have a very smiley face. That's odd to hear that you don't like smiling.
Because I know my cheeks start to get sore, or when I laugh for a long period of time, and my cheeks start to hurt, and so I have to relax my face.
Yeah.
And because they really get sore. I guess working those muscles, I suppose. And
it's a good workout.
yeah, but obviously it hasn't worked. My face is still round and chunky.
That's only what you think. And you've got a beautiful smile. We were looking at the photos being shot, actually, the last few photos. And we were both saying, and your smile's very natural. It's not a forced smile. You've been smiling a lot during this interview. So you must like smiling, really.
Well, yeah, I have a very wide smile.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like about it.
No, it's really, that's what other people do like.
So, that's why I don't like to smile. But everyone wants me to smile, so I'd rather be serious.
But are you hard on yourself? Are you very self-critical?
Very, very. I think every girl is.
Yeah. What don't you like about yourself?
Oh, my smile.
Yeah, apart from your smile.
I wish I had long legs.
Yeah, every girl wishes that too.
She had long legs. And every girl feels she needs to lose 5 to 10 pounds.
Yeah,
regardless of
always.
how thin you are.
So you still have all that?
Definitely. I don't think that'll ever leave me. Because I'm a girl.
And I read somewhere that during your last tour, the dancers had a nickname for you, Booty. Why was that?
Well, because of my booty.
Which is in British, in England, is your backside, your butt, your butt.
I thought it was your bum.
Yeah, it is your bum, actually.
Your bum.
Yeah.
Your backside. Yeah, my booty. Because it's big.
It's not big at all. I mean, in fact.
Booty. Yeah. So we had this sweatshirts with the Janet period in copper. There were black sweatshirts for the tour. And I didn't want to wear my name, but I wanted a sweatshirt, so I had them put booty on mine with a period in copper. So the kids got the dancers got a real kick out of that.
Do you get lonely going on tour? I know you are friends with the dancers and your crew, but do you get lonely sometimes emotionally?
There are times when you can have the world around you,
exactly,
everyone around you, and yet you still feel lonely. There's still a little something that may be missing inside. So it's common, and I do. And a lot of times I'll invite some of the fans up to the room at the hotel, or I'll see them backstage, and that helps to lift your spirits. And I think with touring being so grueling and so mundane, it gets like that sometimes. That feeling of loneliness, of that emptiness. So, I mean, you do things that make you happy, that things that bring joy to you,
and to other people.
Yes, exactly. And it helps. It really helps. Like I love giving gifts, and just to see someone else's face light up, I really love that.
So that's lovely. You and Michael are very alike in that way. Very, very kind, generous, very big-hearted, I think.
My mother's like that. My mother's very big-hearted. She's very, very kind. And I think we got it from my mother.
It's great. And yet you say you invite fans up to your room after you have to be so careful, though, don't you, that people can take advantage of you. When you're big-hearted, you forget that sometimes, I think.
Sometimes people mistake your kindness for weakness. They do.
Yeah.
But you have to be very careful. And like I said, people will try you in every possible way that they can. And when that happens, you just have to put them in their place, pick it down.
Now, is Rene, your boyfriend, is he a big support to you?
Definitely. We're a team. We work together very well. I think we've both been very fortunate because most most couples. Obviously being together and then having a working relationship. It doesn't last. And we've been very, very fortunate when it comes to that. Knowing when to start and stop. And then there have been times when it's been very difficult, or in the very beginning when we start to work together. It's very hard. But he loves directing, so...
That's good.
He'll wake up in the middle of the night and come up with an idea, waking me up. So, what do you think about this? I can't sit for a morning. I'm tired. No, but he's getting better at it because he's always been in film business since he was 13 years old, behind the scenes. His family's in the film business, but being a director it's something that he's always wanted to do, but new to him. So, and this part of the business is new to him. And he's been at it a couple of years now. But it was very difficult in the beginning. He didn't know when to turn off. And to shut it down. Just turn it off. It's the weekend. Just let's take this weekend to relax and to recharge our batteries. So now he's fine.
Good, because he was obviously too enthusiastic and still buzzing before.
He's very obsessive, and he loves he loves to keep creating, which I think is great. But there are times when you just have to take a break, or else you will burn out.
Yeah, you have to. So, do you think you'll get married one day? Or?
I'd like to. I'd like to be married someday.
And children?
Oh, of course. I'd love that. As a matter of fact, my daughters are now
hiding behind a chair there.
I've been hearing this thing about me having a daughter for the longest time. It's even since I obviously would be from my marriage to James, I suppose. So. But no, I don't have a daughter. Someone said they were going to reveal a picture or...
how interesting. Oh, lovely.
I'd like to see her.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting, wouldn't it?
Find.
Where on earth she's come from. The stork must have brought her or something. So what does keep you going? What keeps you going and constantly achieving and, keeping your body in shape, and all that's very demanding.
It is very demanding. I think what really, truly keeps me going are the fans, the kids.
That's great.
It really does. With each project that I do, and for them to, it's like their acceptance of the project is saying to me that they're enjoying what I'm doing, and that just makes me want to create even more. And can't wait to do the next project, and do the next tour, and then do films and produce other artists, and hopefully someday I'd like to direct. So
that would be great.
That keeps me going. And I think when I stop growing, I'll just cut it off because I feel I have nothing else left to give, so I'll continue.
So it's
do something else.
Yeah, like have children. Fit them in somewhere. It's hard, isn't it?
A couple of puppies.
Yeah, no, that would be nicer actually. A couple of puppies and nicer than children.
Oh my God! John Lovett came over to the house over the weekend, and he brought his little puppy Lucy with him. And it's a cross between a retriever and some other dog, and she's really, really cute. But she was going at the furniture, she was going at everything, at the Berber carpet, and she was biting my feet and my hands and my pants, and she was trying to bite my crotch. And so she had me, he was there for about 3 hours, and she had me going the entire time.
I bet you were glad to see the back of him when he went.
He said, do you want to keep her? I said, no, it's okay, John.
I know, because they're really hard work, aren't they?
Yeah,
People
it's like having a child.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I mean,
it's
the potty training.
Yeah.
But it's actually easier, really.
Yeah, because you can at least leave them.
Exactly. You can puppy, you can put paper down, close the door, leave them there for a few hours.
Yeah, don't have to change diapers and everything. Yeah.
That's true.
Now, the last time we saw you on a pop video was Scream with Michael, and that was great. You both look great in that.
Thanks.
What was that experience like working with him? Because he's your great friend, isn't he? Yeah, we're working together and yeah. Doing the song, doing the video, working together.
Doing the video was hard.
Yeah.
It was difficult. With a capital D. It was very difficult.
Why?
A lot of things. I was in London, actually, finishing the tour.
Yeah.
And Mark Romanek, the director, was in the States. And Michael was still finishing the album. And they left everything in my hands to come up with this whole thing and pick the director And it was very difficult on that level. Then when we started shooting, there was so much we wanted to do, and yet there wasn't enough time, so we had to spend, Michael had to spend a lot of money to get everything done that the way that we wanted it. And then there were times when he wasn't really happy with the concept of the video. So it was basically he was kind of putting his trust in my hands and in Mark's hands, and he's pleased with the outcome now. But at first he was kind of, I'm not sure about this, so that was difficult. And then there were other choreographers that were brought in at the last minute. That was difficult, and it was very, very, very hard work, physically as well as mentally.
Yeah, I'm sure it was
done, and the outcome was great.
It was great. And also, I mean, Michael, how close are you? You are great friends, aren't you?
Yeah, well, we were very, very close growing up. We're not as close only because of not living at home. Both of us not living at home with our parents, and just having our separate careers. But we were very close.
And was it nice for you to support him in that way? Because History was a big album for him, let's face it, wasn't it? It was getting rid of a lot of skeletons from his closet.
Yeah, and he talked about a lot of things that was just so upsetting for him that had happened, and he needs to get that off his chest. And that's basically what Scream was about. And when I called him in New York and told him, I'd gone to New York to write and record the song with him, and I said, so what do you want this to be about? And he said, well, with all the things that have gone on in my life, he says, I just want to release some of that anger. And I've always been the supportive, I feel, sister. Whenever something's funky or there's a tabloid saying this crap or this crap, I've always been the one to try and support him or anyone in my family as much as possible when it comes to that. So that's really what it was about, and my role in the video as well as being the supportive sister.
That's great. It was a real public affirmation of your support for him, and it was great.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much indeed. I'm going to let you go now because I know you're tired. That was really nice. Thank you. Can we just get one quick wide shot? Is that okay? Sure.